Coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10.
Here we go. 180. Flag. 21.
And they'll run it here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Here we go. 180.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 180. 11.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got Curse. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And they'll go on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go ahead.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Finding some room at midfield. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 63 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
I got you.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Yes.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, here's Mixon. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Gone!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
The best thing that ever happened to Mario Edwards Jr., in my estimation, was moving from defensive end into defensive tackle.
Why is that?
I think he had such good size, but his quickness now is overwhelming when he works inside against guards and centers. And that allows him to make plays as one we just saw there, getting into the backfield and getting a tackle for the loss.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Mayfield looks to throw, sliding out of the pocket, and that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got
able to do it through PayPal
to put it through.
Okay.
And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line. Made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Ruku's not part of it?
The punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards, I would dare say.
Yeah, but I don't need it. I'm
right
pretty sure I can get Netflix on here.
Now Garoppolo. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to
that should be fine.
Bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Garoppolo now. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
I got you.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one did I ever bet.
They'll run with Mixon, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
13.
To throw is Garoppolo. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Oh, fuck me.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the Browns getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to.
Here we go. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for left. And that's caught inside the 30. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Gonzalez puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to roam now. Whoosh. Oh, there he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And a very nice return up to the 35, but was it aided by something illegal? Let's find out. And they will...
Why the fuck is Brandon Graham on my special teams? You gotta be fucking serious.
To decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Alert, alert. 11, 11. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 11, 11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 8 yards there on a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Garoppolo now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. 11, 11. 57 to Mike.
Garoppolo again. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
13, 13.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And it is incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A handoff to Nixon, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Once again, they run with Mixon. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
I knew I should have drafted a fucking quarterback this year. If Jimmy wasn't good enough for the Patriots to keep, I know he ain't good enough for me.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back him up 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Garoppolo. And James has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Complete out right to Kurtz. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
I was going to throw it.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
I know.
They come out here in the I.
Come on, fellas, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and come back. It just never materialized.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the 49ers get a score closer. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here. But let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10. On first down, Garoppolo.
I like how they're going.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now they run with Mixon. And now running right through him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Oh, dude, just call
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Cleveland, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying
Broadcast. Good night, goodbye.